Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm so glad that you're here today. We are happy that you joined the Eden Harvest family. Today we have a super interesting topic. I'm excited to share that with you, and it is about marriage. Who you marry matters. And why do I say that? Choosing the right partner makes a whole difference in your life and the direction that your life takes. And it is actually the most significant choice that you can make in life, in your decision in life. And the Bible actually provides many examples showing how a spouse can influence one's spiritual life. I have the example of Yoram. Yoram in 2 Chronicles 21, 4-6. And what did they say? It says that he was the son of Jehoshaphat, king of Judah, and he followed the ways of King Ahab because he married Ahab's daughter. And despite his father's devotion to God, he actually strayed due to his marriage. That's the first example of influence of your spouse in your life, in the decisions that you make and in how your life ends. He really went completely opposite of what his dad did. His dad was devoted to God and he wasn't, because he married King Ahab's daughter. He married King Ahab's daughter. So this story led me to think that no matter how you were brought up, you can be influenced by who you associate with and who you make a covenant with, because this man, Yoram, made a covenant with King Ahab's daughter. And King Ahab, we all know how he led his life, and he really hated God and God's prophets. So that's one example. Now, there is another example in the Bible, Solomon. Solomon's example in 1 Kings 11, 1-4. Because of his wives, he started worshiping other gods. His heart was turned away from God due to these influences, and he ended up his life away from God, creating idols, places of worship that were not for God but for other gods, idols. That was Solomon's example. The last example I want to share with you is Samson's story. You know Samson, he's a Nazarite with a special covenant with God. This man grew up respecting God's covenant and making sure that he was consecrated to God, until he met a wife, he met a girlfriend, and then everything went sideways. He fell for Delilah, who manipulated him to reveal his secret strength. Many times he tried not to, but then he ended up giving away his secret because he was manipulated. She was whining and she was trying to make him prove that he loved her. So he ended up giving away the secret, which ultimately led to his death. Her influence led him to his downfall and to his death. So that's the third example of influence, of who you make a covenant with and how that impacts your life, right? So it's not by chance that the serpent went directly to Eve in Genesis 3, verse 1-6. It's not by chance. The serpent knew that Eve had influence on Adam's decisions. So he went straight to Eve, and Eve had easily influence on Adam. And that's how we ended up with this humanity going under a lot of stress. Right. Okay. A spouse can significantly impact your faith and obedience to God. So it is very important to choose who you marry. That's all I wanted to share. I hope somebody's blessed, and I'll see you next time. Until then, take care.